Hello again, Stingrays.
Hello, Stingrays.
Let's try our second video. This one's going to focus on converting percents to fractions. Can you say percents to fractions?
I can't say it. It's too hard for me.
Okay, we'll try later. Let's get started. Next on our agenda, go to the middle column. In the middle column, we only have one grouping of numbers, and we have convert fractions to decimals. This may be my favorite conversion of all. It actually takes a little more work than the others. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. But from the beginning of the year, I've been saying this over and over again. I think even before I said hello, I think the first thing I said to you guys is every fraction is, finish the sentence, not a decimal. Every fraction is a division problem. Every fraction is a division problem. Let's take the first number that they give us. They give us 73 fiftieths. Okay, what does 73 fiftieths mean? It means 73 divided by 50. It's that simple. Okay, every fraction is a division problem. Now, when you're done dividing, the answer will be a decimal, but it's that simple. If you know what a fraction is, a fraction tells you to divide, and when you divide, your answer is a decimal. So let's do it. We take 73, that goes in the house. We take 50, that goes by the front door. We put our decimal points in their proper places, and then we begin to divide. 50 goes into 73 once. You put that answer on the roof. 1 times 50 is 50. We subtract. 73 minus 50 is 23. I bring a 0 down. 50 goes into 230. I would say 4 times up on the roof here. And by the way, our work is going in the basement. 4 times 50 is 200. I subtract. And I get 30 as remainder. I'm not done yet. I got to keep dividing. I bring another 0 down. Okay, got to extend my roof here. There we are. Okay, bring my 0 down. 50 goes into 300. 6 times 50 is 300. We subtract. I am done. There's no more to divide. This division problem has a happy ending. And what is my answer? 1 and 46 hundredths. That's how we do it, folks. Every fraction, repeat after me, every fraction is a division problem. And when you divide, what do you get? A decimal answer. Bye-bye. Well, let's keep moving, boys and girls. Let's go, Stingrays. We are now in the right-hand column down at the bottom of the front page. We're converting percents to fractions. Okay, converting percents to fractions. There's more than one way to do it. I'm going to show you my way. I think it's the simplest, the easiest way. So look at the numbers that you have down there. I'm going to take actually the very last number in that group, which is 6 and 8 tenths of a percent. 6 and 8 tenths of a percent. Now the first thing I want to do is tell you to simply change it to a decimal. When I say change it to decimal, I thought I was supposed to change the percent to a fraction. Trust me, you'll see. When you do that, and then, because we know that once we have it in decimal form, what do you have to do? Just say it. If you say it correctly, you've got a fraction. Okay? This is very simple. I think this is the easiest way. It's the easiest way. Some people might argue there's an extra step that's unnecessary, but I think it's the same thing, and I think it's a lot simpler to understand. Now let's go through this together, and we'll see why I am right. Okay? Here we have 6 and 8 tenths percents. How do you change a percentage to a decimal? You kick the decimal point 2 places to the left. Okay? And when I do that, what do I get? I get 68 thousandths. Okay? I get 68 thousandths. Okay? 68,000. You know what? I said it correctly. And what do I have? I have a fraction. 68 thousandths. But There's one more step you should always do. I have a fraction. This is mathematically correct, but as you all know, we should really reduce this fraction into simplest form. And when I look at 68 and 1,000, I can see clearly that they're both even, so I can factor a 2 out of both. Now, just so you know what I'm doing here, I'm really dividing this fraction by 2 over 2, which is what? 1. Anytime you divide something by 1, am I changing the value of it? No. So I'm not doing anything illegal here. I'm not going to get thrown in math jail. When I divide something by 1, I'm not changing the value of it. I'm just finding an equivalency. Okay, 68 divided by 2 will be 34. And 1,000 divided by 2 will be 500. Okay, now that's an equivalency, but we still have 2 even numbers that we're working with. Okay, so let's take it one more step. I can still divide both the numerator and denominator by 2. 34 divided by 2 will give me 17, and 500 divided by 2 is 250. And I do believe that that is my final answer because 17 is a prime number and 17 is not a factor of 250. So there you have it. 68, well, let's go back to the original number. 6 8/10%, okay, is the same thing as 68 thousandths. And 68 thousandths is a fraction that can be reduced to 17 250ths. Now here's the other way. Here is the other way, which is quite fine. I think it's a little more complex and confusing, so if you guys want to just stick your hands over your ears and shut your eyes so you're not confused at all, you can do that. But when I look at 6 8/10%, I know that percent means what? Out of 100. So technically, this means 6 8/10 out of 100, which is a really weird looking fraction. Okay, what I have here in the numerator is a decimal, and it's a decimal. It's actually a mixed number, 6 8/10. I have a mixed number in my numerator. Now that's mathematically legal and everything, but we got to clean it up. We got to clean it up a little bit. And how do we do that? We need to move this decimal point one place over and make it a whole number. Now we know the rule. If we want to keep things equivalent when we're dealing with fractions, whatever I do to the numerator, I must do the denominator. So when I move this decimal point over one place in the numerator, I'm really multiplying it by 10. I need to do the same thing to the denominator. So now I have 68 1,000ths, which that takes us to here. And what do we have to do? We have to reduce it. We can reduce it by 2 once, reduce it by 2 again, and we get 17 250ths. Okay, do it however you like. I think my way is simple and very easy, but if you want to be complex, go ahead and do it this way. That's up to you. Have fun. Can you say bye, stingrays?
Bye, stingrays.
That was wonderful.